Welcome to Crimson Waves on the Emerald Sea. Found this on Steam. I wanted to try it, so that's what we're doing. Haven't played this game at all, and I don't know what to expect. But it's a visual novel, and I like visual novels, so we're going to try it. Chapter 1: Psychics and Charlatans. Psychic Corner. Reconnect with loved ones across time and space. Can they really help me find her?
Oh, Monsieur. Are you by any chance in need of something? Perhaps searching for something?
How did you know? Oh god, his name's Cecile. Is this like a... No, okay.
My name's Carmilla. I see all. I know all. Come in. My next session is about to start.
Okay. The darkened interior of the shop smells strongly of frankincense. At best, it's overwhelming. At worst, it's completely nauseating. A group of downtrodden townfolk and travelers are scattered around the room, keeping to themselves, as a well-dressed man walks around talking to people. Hello there, young monsieur. It's rare to see such a young child with us. May I ask why you're paying a visit for us here today? Oh, shoot, I messed up. I'm looking for my neighbor. She's my best friend in the world. Oh my, how sad. What has happened to her? About a week ago, she ran away from home and didn't tell me where or why, so now I'm looking for her. How noble of you, young monsieur. With Miss Carmelita's aid, I'm sure you'll find her. Thank you. The gentleman walks away and starts conversing with the woman with the handkerchief in her hands for her tears. After a few moments, Miss Carmelita walks into the room and motions for us to follow her to down a dark corridor to a candlelit chamber.
Come, let us all sit down and show respect for the spirits here with us today.
Spirits? Like ghosts?
For today's session, I ask you all for patience and guidance. The spirits are all around us and sometimes are disoriented. Sometimes the words they tell me are meant for others in the room, or need more clarification that you can help me with, so please treat me as a vessel for thoughts and help me translate them for you. In fact, I'm hearing some words right now. A sudden death, leaving a window behind. Oh, how tragic. The woman who had been crying into her handkerchief in the lobby raises her head. This man left the world all too soon and his bedtrodden wife cannot move on yet. I believe his wife here is in the audience with us, aren't you? Yes! My husband passed away recently. He's in the room with us.
Some people gasp audibly at her words. He's here?
I see. Oh dear. You tried your best, didn't you? Caring for him even in his sickness? Yes. He suddenly came down with an illness. Before I knew it, He's sad he cannot be with you any longer, but even more saddened to see you in such a state. He wishes you well and hopes you will move on, and that you will keep living in his memory. Yes, of course. He's too kind, even now. The woman starts sobbing into her handkerchief again, trying her best to maintain some composure.
Amazing.
I'm overjoyed that I could help deliver such a happy message. Even across the veil, I can receive and deliver messages. Now, what the next message is.
She closes her eyes and starts muttering a chant to herself.
I'm hearing a name. So many names at once. This will be difficult. Something that starts with an R, maybe an M.
The man across the table from the proprietress perks up. An M name.
Yes, a name that starts with M. Perhaps Matthew, a Michael, Mark?
Michael, yes!
So he's someone close to you, isn't he? A brother?
No.
Your son?
Yes! My son, Michael.
Another tragic death. I could tell. Gone far before his time. It was an accident, wasn't it?
Yes, our son died in childbirth not long ago.
It wasn't your fault. Nothing you could have done would have prevented this. Your son wants you to move on from this. The spirits are telling me your next child will live past childbirth.
Really? Thank you. Thank you so much! The Esper gracefully dips her head with a cordial smile as the other guests clap. Wow, she's able to communicate with the dead and tell the future.
Let us have a moment of silence while the spirits speak to me about our next guest. Yes. Oh, how my heart aches at hearing this. A missing friend. A young child. A young girl, perhaps? Let me listen to the spirits a moment longer. Yes, a young girl. Perhaps a sister. No. A close friend?
Yes! I'm looking for my best friend.
Ah, how sweet. You've run away from home looking for your dear friend.
I'm not a runaway. I'm an orphan.
Your friend is somewhere far from here. It'll take you a while to find her. The spirits tell me you'll find her, but she'll be resistant to going home.
Why?
That's all the spirits are telling me at this moment. I can tell, though, that you will find her safely.
I'll find her. I'm going to find Lucy. Carmilla strains her shoulders and starts muttering more chants, bringing everyone's focus back onto her.
The spirits are getting more active now. Even more clearer, perhaps? There's a woman, a young, beautiful woman. They're telling me she has a lover. Or maybe someone who'd like to be?
A young man sits up, now alert.
Her name's eluding me, though. I'm hearing many names right now. Josephine, Juliette, Genevieve. She has several middle names, perhaps.
My girlfriend!
Of course. Your girlfriend. The spirits are telling me you're troubled over your relationship.
Yes, I've been thinking of proposing to her.
Her family's opposed, aren't they? But the spirits also tell me you're having your own problems with her, aren't you?
Yes. When I brought up the idea of us getting married, she started growing distant. Why?
She closes her eyes once more to chance. I fear she may have found someone else. Someone her family is more approving of. She doesn't want to upset you, but she wants to be with someone with a higher social status. It would be best to move on. I'm sorry for this turn of events.
The man chuckles to himself. I guess it's good that I was never serious then. In fact, I'm glad she doesn't even exist.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm saying none of that is true. Your cold reading's decent, but it careens when someone gives you your assistant fake information. You gather basic information based on how they look. A woman alone in the back crying is most likely mournful for her husband, and then you get your assistant to find further details. For the people your assistant doesn't have time to get to, you start making general guesses and hone into details depending on their responses. It's easy for you to make money from people in agony, isn't it?
Is this true, madam?
This was all fake?
Of course not. Timothy, escort this charlatan out.
It's the pot calling the kettle black when it's pushed into a corner. What a farce! I knew we shouldn't have come here! A grieving man escorts his wife, now sobbing, out into the lobby.
Wait. I can deliver more messages for you from beyond.
The lies are only soothing when they think they're true.
Out! Out to a lot of you!
Why me too? Oh, I can see myself out! The young man lands flat on the pavement, too little too late, though, as behind him the other guests file out of the establishment. What do I do now? I was gonna ask her where Lucy might be. What's this guy looking my way for? Hey, kid. You should be more careful where you go. There are con artists like that all over nowadays.
His clothes are dirty and he talks with just an accent. And look, so he's British. Okay, I gotta make him sound like a small bit British. And look at all the women he made cry. I don't trust him one bit. Then why'd you stop by? He pulls out a coin and flips it. Bede! A local gave me some spare change to defraud them. So you really don't care, do you? Care about what? No, his accent's... I'm doing this wrong. Care about what? Not letting vulnerable people hear such false promises? Those people coming over here who've lost people.
who've had them taken away from them. They're not going to get closure like this. They're gonna keep coming back to hoping to hear for more false words from the ones they lost. And those leeches will keep taking their money. When you reach that stage, all you want is 5 more minutes with them, but that 5 minutes will never be enough. They're not giving them hope. They're just prolonging their grief and profiting from it. The other visitors mostly left, but I could still hear the grieving widow sobbing into her handkerchief. She just wanted to hear from her husband one more time. And I just want to find Lucy. How'd you do it then? Do what? Tell it was bull? It's not that hard to read people and make generalizations about them. You, though, you're an open book to read cold. What does that mean? Let's see. You're about, what, 12? 13! You said you're looking for your friend, right? You only recently started looking for her. Maybe past day or two? You're from nearby, but you don't get out much. After all, you're from a rich family. Probably not noble, though. Newer money, maybe? I'm an orphan. Not in those clothes, you're not. After just a couple nights of sleeping outside, you'll get dirt on your clothes. After several weeks, your boots will get scuffed. But look at you. You're looking like you just stepped out of a tailor. He's going to turn me in for being a runaway. I've got to get away. Look, where do you think you're going? I can't go home until I find her. Then we can go home together. I don't want to go home until then. Did I just outrun him? Who's there? Kids shouldn't be running around on their own. These guys look even shadier than that lout back there. Move aside. I haven't had fresh blood in a while. Such a scrawny kid, but he'll do. Vampires. Father always said there's nothing worse than being a vampire. Someone who has to become a ghoul. But now, what do I do? Come on, a little blood won't kill you if you don't struggle. The vampire snatches my arm. The hell was that? What was that? It was some kind of flash when he touched my arm. Damn it! See, this is why you shouldn't run off. Go to a blood bar if you're thirsty. You're not getting any blood here. That way you think? Looks like I'll have 2 meals today. Blazes, he's got a gun. Move aside, kid. With a shove, I landed on the dirt few behind the man as he brandishes a gun at the vampires. The flashes from the gun's muzzle are all I can make out in the chaos. I'm not good with guns. Like at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh man. 1 second. Sorry, I'm not good with guns. Oh god, they did it again. My volume's low, so I'll be fine. It's just, if it was loud, I'd be... The shiv almost hits the man's shoulder. Almost. He topples one vampire down by knocking their legs down while shooting at another. There's no blood. What is he shooting them with? Another strike, another hit. They try as they might, but the vampires can't seem to get a hit on the young man. The head vampire lunges at the young man and toggles him to the ground. Even after 2 shots of the chest, the man can't shake him. Wait! I run past the groaning vampires on the ground to get to the man and the leader. It might not be much, but I gotta do something. I use my weight to shove the leader off the man, but he's quick on his feet again. Just a minute ago, he looked almost normal, but now there's a visible bloodlust in his demeanor. Get out of my way! He tears past the man and focuses right back on me. Get away from me! This guy won't stop. I try to kick him away, but he's unfazed and only comes closer. Instinctively, I throw my hands up to defend myself. That flash again. Why is there a reaction when I touch him? Kid! Are you alright? Yes? What was that flash? Around us, the vampire gang is laid out on the ground. Looks like the leader here turned enraged at the thought of fresh blood. A little too common, honestly. Thanks. What was that? I said thank you. I guess the rich kid like you doesn't have much to thank for others, huh? Sorry. You lads alright? A group of coppers run up to us, waving their batons. We heard a mighty clamor from this way. Johnny, get on your feet. A lead vampire groans to the ground while a handful of coppers start handcuffing the men. Well, looks like you a lot aren't hurt at the least. We've been on high alert recently for vampire attacks. Why's that? Has there been an increase in them? There's reports of rash attacks in a couple cities south of here, around Lammenburg, saying there's some kind of serial attacker at a college or something. We take these lads in for now. Stay safe out there. A series of attacks. That sounds like what Lucy was looking into. What? Lucy's a vampire hunter? Dude, come on. Thanks for your help, but I've got to get off now. I've got to get going now, sorry. And where is that too? Getting attacked again? To look for my friend, of course. She's been rather interested in vampire attacks recently, so that might be the reason why she's gone. It's about time I leave town too. Sounds like we're heading in the same direction now. I can't have some old guy tailing me, that's creepy. I'm barely 23. And besides, that's where my partner is. What, your partner in crime? You keep running around on your own, you'll be shipped back to the estate before you know it. Or worse, some vampire's meal. The name's Nemo if you want. We could travel to Lammenburg together. What a weird name. The man holds out his hand. Do I shake this? I'm running low on money. When I tried to board the train, I was turned around until I found my mommy. The coppers kept looking at me funny when I tried to get my bearings straight. Alright, I'll go with you. Chapter 2. Bar hopping. Okay. I got a little money in my pocket, a runaway kid with no common sense, and not a way to get the gems I was looking for. And to top it all off, I'm already heading home. This week is going swell. If there really is a rash of attacks on campus, then the faster I get back, the better. Scott may have my neck for returning empty-handed, but he'll have to forgive me. Stopping vampire attacks comes before research. Where are we going? You made a fuss when I took a couple bills from that posh, so I thought we might try something, free? You mean legal? Legal, sure. It's not like that chap's gonna miss a couple bills anyway. How do you reckon that? It's his money. This is going to be a long week, and that's if we can get to the train fast enough. If you want to do this more frugally, then we gotta do some searching. Why a pub? When you want to know something, you go to a pub. Well, you can when you're older. Stay outside for a bit, okay? If someone comes up to you, ignore them and walk inside. Yes. And don't wander off. Are you going to go yet? You ran headfirst into an alley and immediately got jumped by vampires. I can't assume you know anything about staying safe. Alright, I won't be long. The tavern is in lull as it's midday. The tavern is in a lull as it's midday. Oh my god. The patrons inside are all in their own corners while the barmaids are getting ready for a long shift as night approaches. Only a handful of women are behind the bar while the rest are cleaning up or walking around in the back. Sasha?
Nemo, what brings you out this way?
Sightseeing, running some errands, the lot. I'm trying to head south. You know anyone heading that way?
I think there's a family leaving out for Oxwell today. They were staying at Maria's Inn. They might still be there.
Thank you. I give her a peck on the cheek and walk towards the front door.
Next time you're in town, stop by and I might have some work for you.
Sure, as long as it's not being a bouncer again. I wave to her and head out. Well, did you find something? Does he have to still have an attitude because I copped a few bills? There's a family heading south. If we hurry, we might be able to catch them before they leave town. And steal their carriage. Just ask for a ride. I don't steal everything, you know. If I remember right, Maria's Inn is only a couple blocks down. If you want to get anywhere free, then you better offer up some physical work in return. What does that mean? See, physical labor is when you use your arms and legs to do the hard work, like farming or lifting crates. I know what physical labor is. Then you've got an idea already. Traveling through the countryside isn't as simple as sitting in a carriage until you arrive. Of course, for you it probably is, but not for the rest of us. If he pouts any longer, his face will stay that way forever. Maybe he's one of those kids who stays angry until he's fed. You've been out before, haven't you? What do you mean? Of course I've left home before. Alright. Where to? Around town. Ah. Don't act all smug. I've been to town plenty of times. I've even been with Father on business trips a couple times. I know it changed his voice, but literally I feel like this one's better. And where was that to? Well, we took a train. Did you ever get off the train? Yes. Briefly. It was somewhere in the mountains. There were trees every which way. I've been places, okay? Okay. But clearly, not alone. My maid Annie was always with me. Oh, so you got a maid all to yourself? She's the family maid. She just mostly looks after me. What do you think she's doing right now? Frantically running around the estate. I don't suppose she'll come looking for you, do you? Sounds like we gotta get a move on then. We make our way past a pop-up market that's on the side of the street. I'd love to get an apple right now, but I finally got the kid's mind off my last pilfering. This part of town definitely is more familiar now that I'm looking around. It's been a couple of years, but it's coming back to me. I haven't been here since... Hey, mister. You can just call me Nemo, you know. Oh, you can just call me Nemo, you know. Why are you helping me? Well, it is a fair question, but how do I answer it? You ran away to help someone else. Sure, you seem spoiled as hell, but you're not a spoiled brat. And you do remind me of my little sister when I was younger. Naive but earnest. You have a sister? I just had to keep talking, didn't I? Oh. The kid looked away awkwardly. Well, enough of that conversation. Looks like we're here. I point to the building across the street. A somewhat dodgy-looking but well-meaning inn run by an older couple. Out front is a carriage that the young man is packing. It looks like our ride is here. What do you plan on doing? Come on. Ahoy! I raise my cap at the man and promptly stops what he's doing to rave in our direction. Good day, can I help you with something? I was actually wondering if you needed help loading. That'd be much obliged. How much would it cost us? We're just looking to travel south of here, to get to the train station in Trandere. He holds out a hand. Sounds like a deal then. Chapter 3. A Motherly Touch. Nemo immediately goes to the crate on the ground and starts lifting as if they're nothing. I tried the same thing, but I can't even get one off the ground. Why don't you go sit over there while we're doing this? He nods over to the front steps of the inn where a woman is sitting with a small toddler. Okay.
Good evening. Good evening. Frick, I messed it up. Good evening. I've never actually talked to a lady alone like this. Andy doesn't count. Lucy definitely doesn't count. I gotta be the perfect gentleman. Hi. Hi, what's your name? Seal. Seal. What a nice name. My name's Elizabeth, and this is my husband Eustace. And this little one is Owen. She raises the arms of a toddler who's sitting beside her, causing the child to start giggling. All I do is nod awkwardly. Come here and sit down. Your hair's a bit messy. A growing young man should always keep a comb in his back pocket. She strokes her fingers through my hair, attempting to straighten it out. But what? I'm just cleaning you up a bit, it's alright. Even if you don't have a home, you should try to keep your hair straight. It'll make you feel better. She continues running her hands through my hair. Her hands are so warm. If you don't have a comb, start running your fingers through your hair from the bottom and work your way up slowly. You'll get more knots out that way. Oh, I didn't know that. She strains my tie. Do you have any parents? I can't give her the impression that I'm one way, but how do I answer her? Oh, I didn't mean to upset you. She pats my head. No one's done that before. Where are you and your brother heading to? We're not brothers, Wait, if I find out the wrong way, they might call the coppers on me. I'm sorry, where are you and your friend headed to? We're looking for my best friend. She's been missing for a couple weeks now. Oh no, I hope she's doing okay. I'll find her, don't worry. She rests her hand on her lap and smiles at me. I'm sure you will. Have you ever been out this way?
I haven't. He has, but this place is all new to me.
Chin up.
I bolt upright at her words.
You seem so focused on finding your friend, but remember to not lose sight of the road ahead of you. Look around you and enjoy the view. I pray you'll cherish the journey.
That should be it. The man dusts off his pants and waves towards us. Beloved, we're done. Let's head out so we can get a fair way before nightfall. That was all of chapter 3? Bruh. Okay, so bumpy ride. This ride is a little bumpy, but it blazes better than going by foot. I don't know if this is the guy with the slight accent or the child, so what's his name? Nemo. Okay. Yeah, I think this is Nemo. Cecilia looks mildly terrified, but the whole we're in a rickety wooden carriage thing. You must be used to the fancy closed carriages. Maybe I should start up a conversation. We don't know anything about the couple, really. Thank you for letting us ride with you two. Thank you for helping load everything. You're staying in town long enough to get my son checked out by the doctor there, and now we're heading home. What brings you two south? We're trying to get home too. Lemonburg, to be exact. Well, my home at least. Lemonburg. I've heard it's beautiful during fall. It definitely is. Where do you call home? Oxwell. It's quaint compared to Lemonburg, but the countryside is worth it. I have a wonderful workshop out there. A shop? You a blacksmith? An inventor. Truth be told, I brought a few of my investors with me to town to find a seller while we were here.
I told you the answer was going to be no.
It was multitasking, dear. Fine enough, though. What a wonder. What kind of inventions did you make? What have I made? Well, why don't you ask the painter what they painted?
My, what have I not made?
Here, look with your own eyes. Man hurriedly yanks a bag from behind him and passes it to Seal. Seal timidly shifts through the bag, pulling out a variety of items to further inspect carefully. I grab one item that catches my eye. It looks, well, it's hard to describe, but at least with the other items, I could imagine a potential use for them. What's this? That, my boy, is a tool to subdue vampires. Really? How good is it? I don't know yet. Soon, though. Soon I'll be able to test it. I just need a volunteer.
That's not happening.
Now, with that attitude, it's not... In theory, it should work. In theory. Vampires have a heightened senses. Not by an outrageous amount, but heightened nonetheless. Most notably, they're reported to have a heightened sense of smell. This might normally be an advantage to them, but with anything you could flip an advantage upside down. Overwhelm the senses. Exactly. For us folks in the countryside, it's normal to put up garlic around our doors to ward off vampires. However, it's not the garlic that does the trick. Garlic is sometimes easy to get and very pungent. It won't kill them, but they certainly don't like it. I suppose if you stuff enough of something terribly smelling, it could incapacitate one briefly, especially if they're hit with it all at once. Cecile looks back and forth at us, wide-eyed. And that's what this item does. Stuff it with garlic, peppers, the lot, close it up, and hold it near any vampire coming your way. Of course, you should only use it against the hostile ones, but they could all manage their tendencies, and we would... Wait, if they could all manage their tendencies, we wouldn't need this, now would we? Sadly true. Have you tried anything else that would work against vampires? I wanted to tinker with the effects of special gems on them and how we can dilute them, but well, money is tight.
I'm not giving you my gems for your arts and crafts.
I wondered the same thing. Right now I'm working on a professor on researching the effects of precious metals and natural gems on vampires. Some gems definitely hurt vampires and might kill them, but we haven't even narrowed down the list enough. Not exactly easy or cheap to get gems, you know. Why gems? Why can they hurt vampires? I'm checking something. There we go. Why can they hurt vampires? That's harder to say. You can speculate about it, though. Certain gems have been used for millennia for different spiritual uses, like warding off evil. There are some gems that hurt vampires, just a small touch is like burning them. Some gems have been described for other uses than just warding evil, though. They might be fairy tales, but we want to try them out. It's a small lead towards a cure to vampirism. A cure? A cure to vampirism would be worth more than any gem on Earth. Definitely. I can't imagine any worse fate than having to rely on a constant supply of blood and become feral if you don't get any. Going into an all-fired rage and attacking anyone near you. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Speaking of gems, I pull out my gun and unload a couple bullets. These bullets are made to hurt vampires. They're made out of rubber and dipped in liquidated gems. These in particular are Aquamarine. Whoa, so that's what you use to take out those guys. They're really pretty. Since they're bullets, they pack a punch, and they have to touch skin before they're fully effective. It's a beauty for sure. That gun of yours is very ornate too. Family heirloom? It's just something I've had for a long time. I took it away before you can expect it anymore. Better safe than sorry. Cecile hands me the bullets back, still transfixed on them. Does he really like gems? He rubs his eyes and yawns. Had a long morning? Sit back and relax. We'll stop in a few hours. Chapter 5. That Aquamarine Sky.
Here you go.
The woman hands me a pair of blankets. I stare at her blankly. Then, when the man said we'd be stopping here for the night, it didn't really set in that we'd actually be sleeping out here until now. The man tends to a fire near the wagon. Nemo's a few feet away setting up another fire. Why are you making another fire? Warmer. And I'd rather not sleep so close to strangers. You're free to sleep wherever. 6 alive. Really sleeping outside in the middle of nowhere. Mind handing me one of those blankets? Oh. I was kind of hoping they were both for me. Ever had a sleepover?
A what?
You know, when you invite people over and you sleep on the floor.
Why would I sleep on the floor when I have enough beds?
Nemo mutters something under his breath and unfolds the blanket. Watch how I do this. He holds two of the corners and throws it in the air.
Oh, that's what Annie does with the blankets.
After you do that, take some loose dirt for a pillow. Or you can use your arm, I guess. Annie would be horrified.
What about animals?
The fire should keep most of the animals away.
And bugs?
You've already got one on you.
Where?
I'm kidding. You got bugs on you. That's inevitable. You'll get bugs on you. It's inevitable. I don't want bugs near me. He strokes the fire and sits down at his blanket. I reluctantly take off my shoes and do the same. I guess it's like falling asleep by the fireplace, except more bugs and no plush chairs. Don't sweat it too much. I've slept outside more times than I can count. Are you homeless? Do I look that deceivable to you? No, my home's in Larenburg. I'll show it to you once we get there.
You have a family there?
Well, it depends on your definition of family. I don't have any blood relatives.
None?
None. My mother died in childbirth. My father died in a factory accident a few years later. After that, I was on my own. An orphanage were glorified prisons for children. I stayed in a couple of them, but they were worse than in the streets. Overcrowded, hostile. I met all sorts of orphans and runaways back then. Fires, disease, mine collapses, mechanical failures. What about you?
I don't have any siblings, just my parents. What would it be like to wake up and have another person in the next room over? To live with someone else your age?
What's so special about this friend of yours?
What's special about her? Everything! She's like a doll. She's always so elegant. She's my best friend. We've always visited each other. We even do some schooling work together, sorry. There's nothing not to like about Lucy.
Lucy, eh? Hope you find her.
Thank you.
Now, get some rest, and try not to turn over into the fire.
I'm not that close to it. Right?
Night. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow. See you guys.